Hey, are you in for a peaceful and calm gameplay where things get explained into the details, discover things along the way, then this series are going to be something for you. Now, if you would like to know more or about the game already, then take a look in the description of this video. I got something there for you. Now, this game is very unique, but let's discover things along the way. The first thing we need to do is create a character. I would like to be a guy because I'm a guy, and my skin tone is a little bit fleshy, a little bit pale. Something like that would be fine. I think I've clicked on a guy. It still looks like a woman. My hair most of the time is like this until it's grown like this, and then I cut it off like this again. I got some black hair. I also got a beard like this. It's getting cut when it's like this. Alright, so small explanation about that. I would like to have some green eyes because green eyes I have mixed with a little bit of orange, and it's my favorite color. Let me know what your favorite color is. So for the backpack, I would like to create black. I'm gonna go very simple because this is single player and you won't see everything very well in single player anyways. Maybe we can go totally black. Totally got, except for the pants. I like to have blue jeans. For whatever reason that is so. I'm also going to get a little bit of orangey, yellowish shoes because those I have in real life. A little bit more orange though. Something like that would be cool. Hat, I don't wear a hat, but what if we make a hat? It's going to be black also. So in this case, let's save it up and let's slowly just explore this game. Now first of all, if we press tab, we're gonna get into what I would like to call a mouse mode. So from here on we can click on things and select certain things, which is very different from any other kind of games, or most of the games have, you know, you press I for inventory, you press tab for inventory, stuff like that. In this case, if we press tab, we're gonna get into mouse mode. We need to use W, S, A, and D to walk, just like any other survival game and action games or whatever not. And look at that. This is an asteroid, and the game will tell us a small story after we jump, I hope. But this game, it's not about we need to survive. This game is about the planet needs to survive, which gives it a really unique kind of survival aspect, because we cannot die by starvation, we cannot die by fall damage, but we have to be careful with the planet. Okay, maybe I need to, there we go. So let's see this little story the game has for us. Okay, this meteor is in a spiral orbit around the planet, set to impact within 30 real life days. So if I exit this game, the time will stop, but 30 days is like 700 hours or something. Together with your fellow citizens, you need to advance civilization to a level of technology capable of stopping the meteor. Of course, you need to do this without destroying the planet. Since all your resources to do from this environment, you could very well destroy the planet. You know, maybe I should let the game tell the story. To navigate between these two dangers, you need to collaborate with your fellow citizens. At the moment I'm playing it alone, which is fine too. But multiplayer gives you a lot of extra, like economy, markets, stores, you can trade, you can make rules, you can have taxes, all that kind of fun stuff. You can elect leaders, make laws to grow, and protect the ecosystem until a point where you still are capable in order to destroy the meteor. Like it says here, you can have advanced technology to create power. And yeah, if you're being successful, collaborating, having a nice government and that kind of stuff, you're going to win against the meteor and you're going to keep the planet alive. Things can go extinct, plants can go extinct, animals, so you really need to find a balance in this game. And like I said, this is a unique survival game because it's not about the character, it's about the planet you're living on. So that's a very different thing from any other survival game. And I really love this aspect of, you know, how they've created this world. Now the first thing we need to do is find a spot where to set up our base. We need to have a flat area with a close by forest and near the water. So there's a lot of forest area down here. There's a lot of flat land down here. And eventually we need to mine stuff. So I think this hill down here could be very good for mining resources. And of course last night I already played just a little bit to get known with the hotkeys, you know, this kind of stuff. So we need to go down here. I think it will be a perfect place. And then close to the map with M. And then somewhere we should be able to, yeah, right down there. So meanwhile along the way we're gonna grab some resources which are already grabbable, because some resources need a little bit more time to grow. Of course when you pick up resources you clean up a little area, new resources can grow unless you screw up the environment. And this game is super unique. I just love it so much. If you're a person that likes survival on a different way without having to slay monsters all the time, you know, and getting attacked by animals, this is the perfect game with a total different goal. Yes, there are wolves, yes there are tigers, sharks, but none of them will attack you. I believe they will only attack you when you attack them, so with a bow and arrow. I'm not quite sure if you can die. If maybe they will kill you and you will just spawn in some random area and you will lose your inventory. That might be a thing. But I can jump down for 100 meters and I won't get damaged. I can not eat for days, and yeah, if I won't eat for days, the only thing that will stop me from doing something is the hunger. Because when your food meter is all the way to 0, you simply cannot cut down a tree. You simply cannot mine anything. You won't be able to craft stuff because your food is 0. And with no food, no energy, you won't be able to do anything. I hope I explained a little bit logical, maybe a little confusing, but yeah. Let's just get into this game, if we haven't already. So yeah, you can build farms, but you need to scale your farm level higher and higher in order to get better food. More logical in gathering food, tools and stuff. Like, you will bark at me and things, but you know, it doesn't really seem to, you know, do anything, which is okay. I like that. Okay, let's just haul a bit. It's very good. So yeah, it feels very, very strange. For some reason I feel like God. While if I do things the wrong way, it will be game over anyways. I think that's super interesting. So we should be close by, 45 meters. I'm planning on to do a little bit shorter episodes at the beginning. I will also show you everything, and then at some point, you know, when I need to grind a lot of stuff, I will just cut that out of it to keep things a little bit interesting. And here we be. So the next thing we're going to need to do is, let me just say this one, setting up a camp. Open your backpack with B, or press the button. I'm gonna press B. We have a tent in here, and this tent we place, for example, at 8. Then we're gonna click slot number 8 on the keyboard. Things getting dark, so then you know you've selected it. I do know that the entrance of this tent is actually now facing towards the hill. And if I turn it around like this, it will face to me, which is very handy to know. If you misplace it, there are tools which you can just pick up the tent in one hit. I would like to have it close to the mountain. Okay, that's fine. How about this? Okay. Okay, this is fine. We are now resident of Timbermantopia, which is very nice. And yeah, it seems like this is a very good spot. I see like a mine entrance down here. And there's so much flat land, and we have all kinds of stuff in the surrounding area. Right, next we need to do is let's have a little sleep until it's daytime again, which will be this one. And then we want to have our mouse mode on, so when we need to wake up we can just click on wake up. I didn't went too far into this game, just a little bit of a basic, and now we can wake up. Very good. You can also create a random generated world. This is actually a basic world, so it will take lesser time to load up and that kind of things. Yes. Let's go into the food system a little bit more. We need to collect wild rice. Now, this game doesn't actually tell me where to go. Well, in this case it does, probably because I passed by it and trying to select it and it didn't work out. But there is also another thing we can do if we find this too far. I don't know where it's... Wow, we went all the way from there to here. That's a long distance, even though it wasn't that long. Like, I think it's so unique how you can go around the world while the world doesn't look that round. I don't know what the developers did, but it's so unique. So let me show you what else we can do. We have world layers, and in the world layers you got settlements, environmental data as you can read. Here we have plant groups and plants. I just need to click the right one. And in here you can see corn, desert moss, you know, all that kind of stuff which can be used for food or maybe clothing or whatever. And if I'm not wrong, right down here it should say rice. Here you have rice population. There's a little bit of rice down here, a little bit down there, but there is also rice yield potential, which is this. So there is some rice on certain other spots closer by than where I went. And just for this tutorial I just need to collect some quick rice. And yeah, it is so close by. It is right down there. You can even leave it on. So if you look at my minimap at the right side, you can still see the purple stuff up the mountain there onto the minimap where I'm facing to, which is unique, just like this, very unique. Yeah, you can see a little bit that the world is round, and don't mind the water glitches, by the way. Yeah, but how did they do it? You can also dig. I don't know if you can dig all the way to the core though. But in this case, I need to keep an eye out on how rice actually looks like. Because beets are easy, corn is easy, but what is rice? These are tomatoes or This is rice. Okay, rice looks a little bit like grain or something. I never knew that. So let's take up rice, pick up rice. Here we need to collect wild crimini mushrooms. Okay, we need to gather some mushrooms. Now we can open the world map once again and search for the mushroom. So we can check it like this. So it should be right down there, which is very simple. You know, we can just walk to it. I don't really need to select it on the map. I guess, I hope. These mushrooms? Or bolete mushroom? Are it these ones? Lettuce. Okay. Thought lettuce was something different. Let me see how this looks like. Just gonna pick up something. Cochineal mushrooms. Yeah, I think it's this white one. There we go. So now we collected some wild stuff. Incredibly wild. And now it will explain us a little bit about the food system. So we're going to in mouse mode. I'm going to select this. So here's the food system. It just popped up. Our food system exists in 4 different things, which is carb, protein, fat, and vitamins. Now let's just click next and let the game explain it. The better quality and more balanced your diet, the faster you gain experience. We need experience in order to gain tiers, gain levels, gain knowledge, and that kind of stuff. So the better the balance, the more experience over time you're going to get. Each slice represents a different nutrient, carbohydrates, protein, fat, and vitamins. It works a little bit like what is the game called? Not Ark, Atlas. In Atlas you also have the 4 different type of things. I think it's a very fun idea. The pie shrinks as the calories go down, so you won't die. It's just like if you don't have any calories, you can just not work. If you don't have calories, you cannot sprint, you cannot hop, you cannot cut down trees and that kind of stuff. You can, you can walk and maybe pick up something out of a tree, but that's it. Which this explains. Alright. So we need to hover over the food in the toolbar. So let's go in mouse mode and just hover over certain things and you can read what it is. Now I can imagine that certain mushroom might give us a bad trip. So this one doesn't give anything. No nutrients, it's even negative 200 calories, so we're not gonna do that. But let's eat a pumpkin. It's gone. That's because we shouldn't select it, but in slot select it. Num1 and then right mouse button. So now we took some pumpkin and you can see that this wheel changes its shape. We're gonna eat some corn. We don't have to select it, just right click on it. And I believe I don't have any beans. No, I don't have any beans. Let's eat beets. So the beets actually contain a little bit of fat. But I believe there are some beans who contain a lot of fat and a lot of the yellow stuff, which is protein. But it doesn't contain any carbs or whatever. I had them in the test play to say. In this case, now we got that. The game also wants to explain us a little bit about the... yeah, I wonder if you can delete that or not. Let's see in world map. And always try to turn this off, because if you get lost of what you've selected, you're gonna spend a lot of time trying to search for it. So if we click on here, we can actually remove this from the map, so which is super handy. Of course, you can also delete all the markers in once. I don't really see like a reset button. That would have been nice. Yeah, but if we keep track of what we do, we don't have to worry about that. So in this case, we need to... oh, it's already done. We know about the world. We can set markers, we can move markers. It has layers where we can find certain foods or trees or whatever. But it also has moisture, because soil moisture is important to plant certain trees, because these trees need to be planted down here. These trees, desert trees, need to be planted down here, etc, etc. If you screw up the ground will change. You won't be able to plant any trees. Trees need to be in a certain distance. It's like a massive gardening world, something like that. You have different animals. Like, look how many animals you have, different biomes, and it's so big. It's absolutely a lot of fun. Now also you have, I believe, let me see, yeah, pollution. Of course, at this moment we don't have air pollution, we don't have debris. Ground pollution, play activity, player tramplet spread, and stuff like that. It's a lot, alright? And I'm going to enjoy this series a lot, and I hope you will enjoy this series a lot too. So I'm going to press M, I'm going to walk back to our spot. Like I said, I want to do small different videos for now. Show a little bit of progress per video, as in we learn how to play this game. So now we have learned food, we have learned the world map, we have learned about the asteroid. You can still look in the description if you want to know more about me, or know what this game is about, because I've written my own little story description about this game. You can find it, of course, in the description. And for now, thanks for watching.